Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Things just seem to be going wrong around here at the moment. I'll show you what I'm on about in a little bit, but before I do that, just a quick update on the Evo. Now, this was supposed to be an Evo video, but a little bit of an unexpected issue with the cylinder head. So I'll take you over there. I'll quickly show it to you because it will be covered in future videos. But yeah, let's go and look at the head. Okay, so here we are at the Evo 10 rebuild. Now, I don't want to give you too much because it is going to be a video just on the head, but I'm actually delayed. What I've found was the intake valves, they have some quite bad pitting on them. I'm not sure how well that's coming up. So basically, that's what's holding me back. I've ordered them, and I'm in the UK, so Queen Elizabeth, 70 years on the throne. So yeah, everyone's just pretty much partying at the moment instead of going out and delivering me my intake valve. So waiting on them, a bit of a delay, but that's what's holding us back. I am flat out on this engine now. I've dragged my feet for far too long. We're just getting it done and we're gonna send it. While we're making good progress on the Evo, I've had a bit of a nightmare with my daily car. So let's have a look at my daily and I'll tell you what's gone wrong. Okay, so here is my daily car. It's I've got a van as well. By here I got the caddy, but I use this mainly for just going to the shops, taking the family out and things like that. Basically, it's broke, and it's not something that I can easily fix. So I'll pop the bonnet and I'll show you how I diagnosed it almost immediately. Okay, so the car was being driven and the person driving the car phoned me up. They weren't far away. They just said the car's cut out, and that's that. So I thought, okay, well, they're not far. So I went and got the van and I pretty much dragged the Mini home and plonked it here. But within about 30 seconds of arriving, I diagnosed what had gone wrong. Now, if you try and start the car, it sounded a little bit different to what it normally does. It was almost like the compression wasn't where it should be. So once the engine was cranking over, the first thing I looked at, which you can't see very well here, the first thing I looked at right down there, which is very difficult to show you, I could see the camshaft. Now, the bottom end of the engine was turning, but the camshaft wasn't. So yeah, timing chain snapped. Absolute nightmare. Not what I need right now. And it's not like I can fix it with the Evo in the garage. So not only is it the timing chain is gone, but the car does need other work anyway. Now, I noticed the tyres are very low. The clutch is slipping, but it was alright, but needed doing. So I was actually phoning garages to try and get the Mini booked in. My uncle has a garage, so I was seeing if he could do it for me. And that very day, the timing chain snapped, so a bit of a nightmare. On this particular engine, the timing chain is on this side, the gearbox side. So these cars are not easy to work on. I have got to take off the whole front end of the car, pretty much like I've done on Stevo. Everything's got to come out. I have to do, almost definitely, I've got to do a full engine rebuild on this. New valves, lap the valves, shim them all. Hopefully the pistons are okay. New clutch, new flywheel. Needed a new clutch and flywheel anyway. While I'm in there, new head gasket, head bolts, and as you can see, the price is going to escalate very quickly. So I'm at a point really now where this car, it's uneconomical to take to a garage. Now, there's nothing owing on the car, it's all paid off and everything. It's probably worth about £5,000 in its running, but it's not running. And a recon engine is about 3 grand, and I'm sure a garage is going to cost, a recon engine's like 3 grand, clutch and flywheels about £1 grand, and I'm sure a garage would charge me bare minimum £1,000 to fit it, minimum, bearing in mind how intrusive this job is on the car. So I'm in a bit of a situation with it. I can either try and cut costs, try and rebuild the engine myself, and maybe, just maybe, I could do it for a couple of thousand. Do I sell it as it is? What do I do? Now, as I mentioned, the car was broke. Funny story, really. A friend of mine turns up in his new van, which is parked behind. He comes up to show me his new van, all proud and excited of his new van, and the key snaps in the ignition barrel. So I managed to get it out, but the ignition barrel seized, so that's a nightmare, because he's been coming up here and slowly he's taking out the steering column to replace it in situ. So there's a funny thing with that. You've got to have the ignition on click 2 in order to remove the barrel, but he can't turn it to click 2 to get the barrel out, so he's got to change the whole steering column. So it's an absolute nightmare. So I'm interested on what you guys recommend. Is it worth fixing it? Would it make good content? It's quite ironic, really, that all my effort goes into Evo videos, but my mini videos are my best viewed videos on the whole channel. So from a YouTube point of view, it's probably worth doing it, but the passion's not there, really. So you let me know, would you be interested? If enough people wanted me to do it, I would do it. So yeah, bit of a nightmare. I'm not in a total pickle. I have got my little monkey bike I can ride around and my van, so I can't get about. But my plan or my strategy coming back to YouTube was not to spread my resources too thin. At times I had 4 project cars here, all needing engine work, you know. So I've sort of really simplified things now, and I'm just concentrating, putting all my resources into the Evo. The long-term plan was get something that can tow and a car transport trailer. Now that'd be ideal, really, because I can tow Evo to track days, make most track content, and then if I did see an absolute bargain project car which I couldn't resist, I could go and get it on the trailer, so it'd be much more cost effective to do it. Do I go out and buy basically a Mitsubishi L200, which is what I've been liking for a while, off-roader, Mitsubishi, tow, pickup truck, put engine parts in the back, perfect for that type of thing? Or do I just go around in the van for now, bash out Evo as fast as I can, and once that's done, rebuild the Mini and make a YouTube series out of it? I'd be interested to see what you think. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do. The next video, back to our normal content, hopefully. I'll have that cylinder head rebuild video out. Then the next video is, after that, is the engine's done. So who knows? First start, we'll see. But yeah, let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.